Hello, namaste, and welcome to yet another fantabulous episode of the evening show at 6, which comes to you every single day, 6 to 7 p.m. And as a कार्यक्रममा तपाईलाई साथ दिनको लागि म निकिता उपस्थित भइसकेको छु. The show is in association with Spence DO. And as I'm actually not alone, I have a very special guest. उहाँको कुरा गर्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ she is a singer, she is a speaker, she is an educator, and she is someone who founded RAPtivism. So RAPtivism भनेको के हो भनेर सोच्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने it's RAPactivism. So यही विषयमा कुराकानी गर्नको लागि I would like to welcome Aisha Fukushima. So let's welcome her in our show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Namaste. It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me.
I think you have been to Nepal several times. The first visit was in 2016, I presume.
Yes, that was my first time. This is my second.
Okay.
I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so how did you find Nepal?
Oh, it's fantastic. There's so much love here. I remember playing one of our biggest concerts last time. And I believe it was in Purkuti Mandap, if I'm saying correctly.
Yes, that is Purkuti Mandap.
And it was so much fun. As I was singing, people were singing along, and you could just feel the love and the connection. So I feel very much at home in Nepal, and I'm very thankful for that.
Okay, tell me something about RAPactivism. What is that, in your perception?
Yes. Well, RAPtivism, in short, is about challenging oppression with expression. I think that stories, creativity, imagination can all be really powerful tools in helping create a different, more positive, more just world to live in. And for me, music, hip-hop culture, art allows me to feel free, and it allows me to imagine a world where more people feel free and that they're treated equally and with kindness and compassion. So RAPtivism is really about spreading that message through hip-hop culture and doing the everyday actions, the activism that leads into creating that just world, whether that's just an act of kindness to a stranger or someone you know, or maybe it's sharing your story and getting people to see your perspective, a perspective they hadn't known before.
So tell me something about yourself. You're born in America, Seattle, I guess. So you went to Japan.
Yes.
You are like working in 20 countries and 4 continents.
Yes, so been all over, and music has been that universal language, as well as hip-hop culture has been really that platform that has allowed me to connect all around the globe. As you mentioned, I was born in Seattle, Washington, and my family, I'm both African-American and Japanese, so I grew up with different cultures in my household, all blending together, and between both the United States and Japan, and that allowed me to see the ways that borders and boundaries, including the ones that sometimes people set up between one another when they're walking down the street, or you walk into a room, maybe you hear someone's name, we make a snap judgment about how powerful their family is, how good they are, if they're bad, how much money they have, all these assumptions that happen. That childhood of coming up into multiple cultures and multiple countries allowed me to think and try not to jump to conclusions or to judge people too quickly before I had a chance to connect with them. Music then becomes that platform where I can have that deeper conversation, share my story, and then even speak maybe that universal language of music when we don't share a common spoken language.
Yes, of course. As we say, never judge a book by its cover.
Yes, exactly.
So tell me something about Youth Voice for the Future. What kind of musical program it is? Where are you traveling for this program?
Well, okay, so we'll be going to Nepal Gunj very, very soon, which we're excited about. And then this Saturday, we'll be here in Kathmandu, which I'm really excited at Jyovan football ground. Thank you. And it'll start at 2 p.m. there. It will be a free concert, so people should definitely come through. We'll have cartoons crew. We'll have the Nepal Hip Hop Foundation performing, breakdancing. They're incredible, both of these groups, as y'all already know. Y'all got me hip to it. Laura, and I'm going to mispronounce Deepak Banjacharya.
It's Deepak Bajracharya.
Bajracharya.
Yes, and the rhythm bands, of course.
It was amazing because I've had a chance to check out all the music, and I'm very honored to be able to collaborate.
All right, so we are going to talk more about Youth Voice for the Future. That is a musical program happening soon. So यसको बारेमा अरु जानकारी दिने नै छ. अहिले पनि कार्यक्रमको सुरुवात गर्ने पालो भएको छ with a very beautiful number indeed. यो गीत इन्जोय गर्नु होला. I'm going to be right back at the evening show at 6. All right, welcome back to the show. You're watching the evening show at 6 in association with Spins Dio. And आज म आयशासँग कुराकानी गर्दैछु. She is a speaker from the US Embassy. अनि उहाँको कुराकानी गर्नुपर्दा she has been here पहिला पनि. But then US Embassy ले चाहिँ हुन्छ नि when it comes to elections and political issues, हाम्रो देशमा कति धेरै चेन्जेसहरु आइरहेको छ. It's a transition phase. हामीलाई peace को आवश्यकता छ. We need to make sure there is social inclusion in terms of youth and minorities. So यो कुराहरुलाई चाहिँ अलिकति अझ हाइलाइट गर्नको लागि चाहिँ एउटा म्युजिकल प्रोग्रामबाट यसलाई चाहिँ यसको इम्पोर्टेन्स यसको रोल्सहरु चाहिँ हाइलाइट गर्नको लागि this is a program that is like done by US Embassy अनि त्यही क्रममा चाहिँ आइशा she is here in Nepal for the second time. So म्युजिकल कन्सर्टको बारेमा कुराकानी गर्दै थियौ म्युजिकल प्रोग्रामको बारेमा youth voice for the future. So you performed your in your earlier days where you were traveling back in 2016, I guess. So what do you expect in 2018 musical tour?
Oh man, I've been already feeling a lot of the love from the workshops that we've done and performing music, also in collaboration with young people all across Kathmandu so far. So I hope and wish that there will be more love in the live concerts. And I'm super excited to finally see the performers that I've gotten a chance to check out online and in recordings to see them live. So I think it's just going to be a lot of fun.
So what do you think? Which one is going to be better, Kathmandu or Nepalganj? You have to pick one.
Oh, I'm not going to pick one. I think both are going to be special. Yeah, in their own way.
You're being diplomatic now.
No, because I don't really know what exactly to expect when I go to each place, but I already have a feeling that the energy, at least here in Kathmandu, we've been here for a few days this time already. There's been so much like positive energy and people also opening up from the beginning of the workshop, maybe being shy, to feeling just like we're a family. And I have a feeling from what I've heard from Nepalganj that it will also be, a lot of people will be very excited to see what we come up with.
Okay, so as I said earlier, you're going to be performing with Laure, Deepak Bajajaya and the Rhythm Band. We also have Cartoon Crews and Nepal Hip Hop Foundation. So I've heard somewhere, it's a rumor that you sing a Nepali song for us today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, so which song are you going to sing?
I'll just jump into it. This is, and work with me with the pronunciation.
Okay.
It's okay. Kutuma kutu subari dana kutuma kutu kutuma kutu subari dana kutuma kutu kutuma kutu subari dana kutuma kutu. You go. Kutuma kutu subari dana kutuma kutu. Herra majujen kaila ago jangi di mada banio emandari keito lai Jyovan dine manteo. Herra majujen kaila ago jangi di mada banio emandari keito lai Jyovan dine manteo. Kaini churo kanchau ki datai kalocha hajar otai kalocha didi ko maigani baisa kyo mirai palo.
All right. That is awesome. Do you know the meaning of this song?
I asked for some help with translation, so I got a little bit of the meaning both from friends as well as watching the video with all the moves you kind of get.
So what do you think the meaning is?
Well, you can probably tell me better because you're
No, I just want to know, what do you
think? It seems like there's like a love element, and this woman's saying, okay, it's my turn to get married, I'm next, but then she's also making fun of his blackened teeth and all that. It's kind of like, yeah.
So she's asking whether you consume tobacco because you have black teeth and black lips.
Yes.
So that's the perfect translation, I think. Anyways, thank you so much for singing that beautiful, beautiful song.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about your album, RAPtivism.
Yes,
that was launched in 2012. So it's a compilation album of your other albums, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. I traveled the world for 13 months to 7 different countries, including the United States. And I asked around for who were the leading RAPtivists, rap activists in their community, who were making a difference, working with youth, doing hip-hop feminism, doing community work, inclusion work. who was making a difference in their community. And then once I met them, we went to the studio to see if we could develop a song together, if we had good chemistry. And that album is essentially a compilation of our voices working together with multiple messages, multiple languages, and showing solidarity that a lot of the issues of inequality, of discrimination, of wanting to get free and have space to be our abundant selves, have space to be who we are and to follow our hearts, there's a lot of commonalities across different countries.
All right, so we are talking about expression and then music and oppression. So can you briefly highlight the important role of musical expression that is like youth inclusion, which plays a role in helping the minorities to come up with their voices?
Yes. Well, I think so music is that universal language, and a lot of times when people hear a song like Kutu Makutu or something else that's like a hit for them, it can get people moving. Their bodies start to move, but also it can create movements of people to make change. So I think it's a very powerful tool, and it's also a tool where we can tell stories. Like you were asking me the meaning of Kutu Makutu. A lot of songs have stories, and then you can share a story that can get people to think about the world in a different way, to maybe see a different perspective than their own, see maybe some of the privileges they have, and see some of the ways in which their oppression might be reflected in that song. Or, you know, it opens the mind, in short. And in opening the mind, when we think a little bit differently, our actions are maybe a little different. And when we have a better awareness of what other people go through, or how we share things in common struggles, how much we have in common, then it makes room for compassion. That understanding, that seed of understanding can allow us to connect on a deeper level as humanity.
Yes. So I agree to that. I Captain. Anyways, let's talk about youth and then our role to bring in peace and maintain humanity throughout the world, not just in Nepal or not just in USA, and the role that US Embassy has been playing since last year. You've been associated with them as a speaker and educator. So how do you see this, and how do you see their work in bringing peace and humanity?
Well, I mean, I'm so thankful that the U.S. Embassy has hosted a second tour with us, and as well as this first tour that we did in 2016. I think it's incredible that they create platforms for us to share, both with the youth that we are working with in workshops. They're going to be performing on Saturday as well. So platforms for all people, not just myself and my band, but also for them, for us to also come together with different Nepali artists. The last time we were here, we worked with Milan in 1974 AD and Robin and the Revolution, among others, and as well as the Nepal Hip Hop Foundation. And that collaboration creates understanding among hip-hop ambassadors of the world. And because we're leaders in our communities, we can take that message back and multiply that love, that compassion, that connectedness, and a deeper understanding of each other's cultures, each other's countries, and our global citizenship, like you said, beyond the US and Nepal, to show people how we can work together. Hip-hop is one way that we can do that, but it's really something that's more of a lifestyle, right? Anyway. All
right, so on that note, saying that music is the world's best medicine, I would go for yet another musical break. I'm going to be right back. Stay with us. All right, welcome back to the show. Yes, Aisha sang that song for us, and I played that music video for you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about how all of this began in the very first place. So how were you inclined towards music? Was it your passion? Did you actually do it from the very small age, or was it like something that developed in your teenage or while you were working? So how did it all begin in the very first place?
Thank you for asking. Where to begin? Well, I was in some ways born into the music industry because both of my parents were booking artists like James Brown and Funkadelic and TLC and Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. These rappers, they were bringing them, and artists of all different sorts, bringing them to Japan to perform. And as a kid, very small kid, I could see that people were singing along and that they were connected to the music. And I was like, wow, that's a very powerful, anywhere they are in the world, there was some sort of connection. So I think I made a mental note even before I knew it as a little toddler. And then as I got older in school, there was so much discrimination in my middle school and high school. And I started to think, what can I do about this? And when I would usually speak up and speak out. I'm a woman with a strong voice.
I agree to that.
So I would say something, and I would notice that sometimes it could just turn into an argument or a discussion that didn't go anywhere because people weren't really hearing each other, or they'd be like, I don't have any prejudice, and then when I would put it into a poem, when I would sing it, when I would find another creative way to express those thoughts, all of a sudden people could hear me. And it sparked a conversation, not just with me, with my friends, but with folks I maybe had never really connected with before. All of a sudden they'd come up and ask me questions about, can you tell me more about that poem? Or I didn't realize that people went through that. Thank you for opening my eyes and making me think a little bit differently. And so that kind of became the seed of me bringing together social justice and even environmental justice with the music and with my love of the arts. And I just followed that path. I started community organizing, creating my own organization called Turn Off the Stereotypes when I was 14 and 15, and then continued through college. It evolved into what's now called RAPtivism or RAPactivism, and have just kind of followed my heart ever since.
All right, so yes, with that we'll go for a short break, and then we're going to be back and we're going to play games as well. So don't go anywhere, stay with us and keep on watching Himalaya Television. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If in case तपाईले भर्खरै मात्र TV tune in गर्नुभएको छ भने हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ Himalaya Television. This is a show that comes to you every single day, 6 to 7 p.m. The evening show at 6 in association with Spence DO. And yes, today I am your host Nikita and मसँग हुनुहुन्छ Aisha Fukushima. She's a rap activist भन्नुपर्छ अनि this is the poster I was looking at just few moments ago. So यो event हुन गइरहेको छ यही शनिबार, that is January 27th, माघ 13 गते जावलाखेल ग्राउन्ड काठमाडौँमा 2 बजे पश्चात सुरु हुन्छ. So if you love music, if you love actually listening to good music and having fun with your family and friends, you need to be here. US Embassy को रहेको छ Youth Voice for the Future. This is a musical program जहाँ तपाईले हाम्रो एज को ग्रुप को मान्छेहरुलाई सबभन्दा मन पर्ने सिंगर को हो भन्ने the first name that clicks my mind is Laure. So yes, the rap battle ko hero, the very own Laure is also performing. We also have Acharya and the rhythm band. Likewise, Aisha is there in the middle, so she's smiling and looking good as always. And we have Karan Cruz, the Segari Nepal Hip Hop Foundation. So this is the poster if you can see. Ta-da! Yes, so US Embassy le gareko yo program ma jana chai नबिर्सिनु होला because this is the place where you can actually have awesome music, and the good part is the entry is absolutely free. So जति जना साथी मन पर्छ, जति जना family मन पर्छ, सबै जनाले लिएर जान सक्नुहुन्छ and you can have awesome Saturday. So माघ 12 गते चाहिँ नेपालगञ्ज पनि रहेको छ. So तपाई नेपालगञ्जतिरबाट चाहिँ हामीलाई हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ, you love music हो पनि yes नेपालगञ्जमा पनि तपाई जान सक्नुहुन्छ. For the details को लागि म एकैछिनमा contact numbers पनि दिनेछु. 11 say Aisha and I am Nikita. We are gonna play a game. The game is called Moving It Up. Okay. So what you are gonna do is, by the way, do you know how to shuffle?
Cards? Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Every
no.
day I'm shuffling kind of shuffle. Do you know how to shuffle?
Yeah, maybe not.
No, I actually won't make you do that.
Thank you.
So what we are gonna do is we are gonna shuffle the cups.
Yes. Okay.
So as you can see, there is a black cup that's marked black.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yep.
So that's on the top. So what you need to do is you need to shuffle the cups by using both of your hands. So you do it this way.
Start now?
No, I'm just giving
just
you a demo.
Got it.
So that is how you are going to shuffle, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds of time. Yes. So this is a challenge with a timer, of course. So we are going to start. We are going to compete. And if I win, you have to sing a song for me. If you win, you have to sing a song for me. Is that going to be okay?
Hey.
I'll sing a song while the brick is rolling. Okay. So I can do it off air, but then I cannot do it. I'm a very bad singer. So shall we start, Aisha? You're ready?
Oh, okay. Yes.
So 3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, do it fast.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Cups are flying. Oh, this is harder than it seems.
I think you're winning.
Oh my gosh. One step at a time.
So 5 more seconds, Aisha. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up.
Oh.
I think I won. Oh my God.
You go.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yes, I did it. Okay, so you know your punishment.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so what are you gonna sing for us?
This is a song that I wrote called Just Breathe, and it's about finding that center, because oftentimes life can be very hectic, and it's important to find your peaceful place so that we can put that out into the world and also make peace elsewhere.
Yes, spread love and peace. That is what we're gonna do right here. So we have Aisha singing a beautiful song for us. So I'm gonna clap for you. I think our audiences are clapping as well.
Thank you. Don't try to be, just be. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Don't try to be, just be. Inhale, exhale, breathe. I believe in miracles. I believe in a greater world. I believe in good things, and it starts with we. Thank you for never giving up, Mama. When times get tough, you always cared for and enlightened me. Music keeps me from dying inside. Never feel like I have much to hide. I sing my feelings, still know how to breathe. Sometimes they treat me separate from society. Some days it's hard to get up. Inspiration's what it takes, and I got enough. Building faith in community. Looking past what my eyes can see. Breathe. I be, we be free. Don't try to be, just be. Inhale, exhale, breathe.
Yes. So that was a beautiful song. Yay! Thank you so much for that lovely music. So let's talk about the work you have been doing in European, Asian, and African countries. So
Sure.
you've been working with your foundation, right?
So yeah, well, it's all collaborative work. So usually it's based off of an invitation, and folks say what is going on in their community, and how I, as a musician, as an artist, as a speaker and educator, can help facilitate maybe an important conversation, whether that's kind of bringing peace among different groups where there's tension, or talking about the importance of youth voices like we're doing right here in Nepal.
Yes.
And so that work, it looks very different in each place, but a lot of the common threads is how do we make a change through culture and through music.
So how difficult is it to work so much? Because I've actually noticed you work really hard. You have to sing, you have to compose, you have to collaborate, you have to work, you have to travel. So how difficult is it to manage the time?
It's a true privilege and an honor. So I count my blessings every day in that way. And, you know, the work, I get refueled when I get to meet like the young people we met today in our workshops, and I see how excited they are and the knowledge that they're also sharing with me, because I'm always learning along the way. Each place, I can't assume that I know everything. I'm often learning from others, and that really energizes me. But yeah, sometimes it's a busy schedule, but that's something I'm very thankful for.
All right, so how do you define your style of music?
Yes. Oh man. Well, there's a message, like we talked about unifying and bringing people together. There is an element of something that doesn't want to be put in a box. Some people might describe it as hip hop and jazz and soul and neo soul and all these even global elements, because I like to sing in multiple languages in addition to English. And I think that kind of aspect of the music that wants to evolve and constantly change and have a lot of different genres as part of it, maybe speaks to the inclusion message of my work.
Yes,
that
of course.
in many ways, I don't want it to just fit into one box. I would love for it to connect with a lot of different people, maybe folks who maybe never considered themselves hip-hop heads or soul music lovers or jazz lovers. All of a sudden they're like, wow, I'm moved by that. So there's something, it's heart music. It's a freedom song.
Okay, so on that note, it's time we go for our next musical commercial break, but then I'm going to be back. Stay tuned with us. Welcome back to the show. Yes, हामी अन्तिम commercial break बाट पनि फर्किसकेका छौं. अब त्यो भनेको चाहिँ के हो तपाईले पनि बुझ्नु होला. We have very little time. So Aisha सँग छु म अनि हामी कुराकानी गर्दै थियौं. We played games पनि अनि रमाइलो पनि भयो. But then yes, it's time we say bye bye. But then before we say bye bye, I said thank you so much for being here. There are so many people who look up to you, who love your music, and we have our audiences watching you since last like almost an hour. So what do we want to say to them?
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for having me again. We're so happy to be back here in Nepal, and thank you for accepting me as a member of the family, so to speak. I really appreciate it and hope to see you all this Saturday and also again in the future on our next trip.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here. It was such a pleasure to have you here. And yes, all the audiences who are watching us, Jana Nabirishinu Youth Voice for the Future musical program 2018 रहेको छ शनिबार जावलाखेल ग्राउन्डमा, that is माघ 13 गते. So पक्कै पनि तपाईहरु जानु होला जावलाखेल ग्राउन्डमा. अनि आइशाको performance सँगसँगै we have performance by Laure, त्यसैगरी Deepak Bajracharya and the rhythm band. We have Nepal Hip Hop Foundation and the very loved crew, that is Cartoon Crew, so dancing crew पनि रहेको छ. So you're going to have a blast this Saturday. Don't forget to be there. अनि US Embassy ले गरेको यो प्रोग्राममा चाहिँ you can have so much fun. And the best part is entry free रहेको छ. So जान नबिर्सिनु होला. Book your calendars and yes, be there at जावलाखेल. I'm going to be there for sure. So for now, हामी दुवै जनाले बिदा माग्ने बेला भएको. So we have to say bye bye. So let's say namaste and bye together, okay?
Yes, okay.
So namaste and bye.